to the 1980s to explore a piece of U.S. coinage that has been a staple in American currency for decades: the 1980 Washington quarter. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the coins in your pocket, this video will give you a deep dive into the history, design, and value of this iconic quarter. So, let us take a closer look with a design that has become familiar to generations of Americans. On the obverse, we see the famous right-facing bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The word Liberty arches above Washington's head, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed to the left. Below Washington's portrait is the date, 1980, and just above it, the small D mint mark, indicating that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Flipping the coin over, we find the reverse design that has remained largely unchanged for decades. The reverse features a heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide, a symbol of America's strength and independence. The eagle is clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing the nation's readiness to defend itself, while olive branches below represent peace. The words United States of America and E pluribus unum encircle the eagle, with the denomination $quarter prominently displayed at the bottom. And unemployment, as well as the lingering effects of the 1970s oil crisis. Amidst these economic difficulties, the Denver Mint continued to produce millions of quarters to meet the demand for circulating coinage. In 1980 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 518 million Washington quarters, making it one of the more common quarters from that year. But despite its high mintage, the 1980 Washington quarter holds a unique place in American coinage, capturing a snapshot of the country during a pivotal moment in history. The 1980 Washington quarter, like all quarters minted after 1964, is composed of a copper-nickel-clad material. This means the coin has a core of pure copper, sandwiched between layers of copper-nickel alloy, giving it that distinctive silver appearance. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reed edge, which not only adds to its aesthetic appeal but also helps to deter counterfeiting. The Denver Mint, where this coin was struck, is known for producing high-quality coinage. However, as with any mass-produced item, the quality of individual coins can vary. While most 1980 quarters are well struck, collectors often seek out coins with sharp details and minimal wear, especially on Washington's portrait and the eagle's feathers. So, what is the 1980 Washington quarter worth today in circulated condition? This coin is generally worth its face value of 25 cents. However, coins in uncirculated or mint state condition can be worth more to collectors. A 1980 eye out for any errors or varieties. While the 1980 quarter is not known for having major errors, there's always the possibility of finding a rare double die, off-center strike, or die crack. These error coins can be worth substantially more, depending on their rarity and appeal. Here's a fun fact: the Washington quarter was originally intended to be a one-year commemorative issue, celebrating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth in 1932. However, it proved so popular that it was adopted as the standard design for the quarter and has remained in circulation ever since. Washington quarter is a common find. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of quarters to find uncirculated examples or rare errors, and the 1980 is no exception. The 1980 Washington quarter is just a piece of loose change. It's a small but significant part of American history, representing the economic and cultural landscape of the early 1980s. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin offers a fascinating glimpse into the past. For collectors, the 1980 Washington quarter is an affordable and accessible coin, making it a great addition to any collection. Whether you're looking for high-grade examples, interesting errors, or just a piece of history, this quarter has something to offer. Remember, the true value of a coin isn't just in its monetary worth, but in the stories it tells and the history it represents. So next time you come across a 1980D quarter, take a moment to appreciate its legacy. Today, we're taking a close look at a piece of American currency that's been jingling in pockets and cash registers since the 1980s, the 1984D Washington quarter. Whether you're a dedicated numismatist or just curious about the coins you handle every day, this video will give you an in-depth understanding of this fascinating coin. Let's dive into the design, history, and value of the 1984D quarter dollar and see what makes it a significant piece of U.S. coinage. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. It was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and the design has remained largely unchanged for decades. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's right-facing bust is flanked by the words Liberty at the top, and the national motto in gold has graced the Washington quarter for decades. The reverse features a bold, heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, a symbol of strength and readiness to defend. Period of significant change and growth in the United States. The early 1980s were marked by economic recovery, technological advancements, and a renewed sense of American pride. In 1984, Ronald Reagan was serving his second term as President of the United States, and the nation was experiencing a period of economic expansion. The Denver Mint, where this coin was struck, was operating at full capacity to meet the demands of a growing economy. The Denver Mint produced over 546 million Washington quarters in 1984, making it one of the more common quarters from the 1980s. However, its high mintage doesn't diminish its importance in American history and coin collecting. The 1984D Washington quarter, like other quarters of its time, is composed of a copper-nickel-clad material. This means the coin has a core of pure copper, sandwiched between layers of copper-nickel alloy, giving it that familiar silver appearance. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reed edge. This composition and structure were adopted in 1965, replacing the 90% silver quarters that were previously in circulation. As with any mass-produced coin, the quality of the strike can vary. While most 1984D quarters are well struck, collectors might find variations in detail due to wear on the dies or the speed of production at the mint. In circulated condition, the 1984D Washington quarter is generally worth its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples, especially those in higher mint state grades, can fetch higher prices among collectors. A 1984D quarter in mint state 65 ms65 condition might be valued between 5 to 10, depending on the quality of the strike and the demand among collectors. Coins graded ms67 or higher, which are less common, can be worth significantly more. One of the key features collectors look for in Washington quarters is the sharpness of the details, particularly in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Coins with these details fully intact tend to be more valuable. Error coins from the 1984D mintage can also add significant value. Some examples include double dies, off-center strikes, or coins with die cracks. These errors are rare but highly sought after by collectors. Did you know that the Washington quarter was originally intended to be a one-year commemorative issue? However, it became so popular that it was adopted as the standard design for the quarter, and it's remained on the coin for over 90 years. The design of the Washington quarter has undergone several modifications over the years, including a complete redesign in 1999 with the introduction of the 50-state quarters program. However, the 1984 D quarter still carries the classic design that many Americans grew up with. For those who enjoy coin roll hunting, the 1984 D Washington quarter is a common find. Collectors often search through rolls of quarters in hopes of finding high-grade examples or rare errors. The 1984 D Washington quarter is more than just a piece of change. It's a small piece of history, representing the economic growth and cultural shifts of the 1980s. Whether you're looking to add to your collection or simply appreciate the history behind everyday objects, the 1984 D quarter is a coin worth considering. For collectors, the 1984 D Washington quarter offers an affordable entry point into coin collecting. Whether you're searching for high-grade specimens or interesting errors, there's something for everyone with this coin. Remember, the true value of a coin isn't just in its price, but in the history it represents and the stories it tells. So next time you come novice collector or a seasoned numismatist, this video is for you. So, let's get started. To understand the significance of the 1999 D quarter dollar, we need to take a step back and look at the 50-state quarters program, which was one of the most successful coin initiatives in U.S. history. Launched in 1999, this program aimed to celebrate each of the 50 states by featuring a unique design on the reverse of the quarter. Every year from 1999 to 2008, 5 new state quarters were released in the order that the states ratified the Constitution or were admitted into the Union. The program was a massive hit, sparking renewed interest in coin collecting across the country. 1999 was the inaugural year of this program, and the quarters released that year featured the first 5 states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. The 1999 D quarters, minted in Denver, are particularly interesting because they represent the beginning of this historic series. Let's take a closer look at the design and specifications of the 1999 D quarter dollar. Like all quarters from the 50-state quarters program, the obverse features the traditional portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has been a staple on the U.S. quarter since 19 historic ride in 1776 to cast Delaware's deciding vote for independence. Pennsylvania, this quarter showcases the Commonwealth statue with an outline of the state and the state motto: virtue, liberty, independence. New Jersey, the reverse displays Crossroads of the Revolution, featuring Washington crossing the Delaware. Georgia, the design includes the state's peach emblem, live oak sprigs, and the state motto: wisdom, justice, moderation. Connecticut, this quarter features the charter oak, symbolizing the legendary hiding of Connecticut's charter 3% nickel. It has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and weighs 5.67 grams. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, let's talk about the mintage and rarity of the 1999 D quarter dollar. The Denver Mint produced a significant number of quarters in 1999, with each of the 5 designs having a separate mintage. Here's a breakdown of the mintage figures. Delaware, approximately 401.4 million minted. Pennsylvania, approximately 358.3 million minted. New Jersey, approximately 299.0 million minted. Georgia, approximately 451.2 million minted. Connecticut, approximately 657.9 million minted. These high mintage numbers mean that the 1999 D quarters are generally not rare, especially in circulated condition. However, finding these coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, particularly with higher grades, can be more challenging and valuable. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 1999 D quarter dollar is the possibility of finding varieties and errors, which can significantly increase the coin's value. One variety that has garnered attention is the extra leaf error, specifically on the Wisconsin quarter, which was part of the 2004 series. While this error is not directly associated with the 1999 D quarters, it underscores the potential for unique finds in state quarters. For the 1999 D quarters, look out for any die errors, such as doubled dies, which can occur when the die imprints a slightly shifted image onto the coin. While such errors are rare for 1999 quarters, they do exist and can be highly valuable to collectors. Another aspect to consider is the condition of the coin. Quarters that have strong strikes, with full details, and minimal contact marks or blemishes are more desirable. Coins that achieve a mint state grade MS65 or higher from grading companies like PCGS or NGC can command a premium in the market. Let's dive into the current market value and collectability of the 1999 D quarter dollar. In general, quarters from this year and mint are relatively common, particularly in circulated condition, where they typically hold only face value. However, the story changes when you consider higher grade coins. A 1999 D quarter in MS65 condition might be worth around 5 to 10, depending on the specific state design and market demand. Coins graded MS67 or higher can see even higher prices, sometimes reaching 50 or more, especially if they feature strong luster and sharp details. Proof versions of these quarters, struck for collectors, are also highly sought after. While the Denver Mint did not produce proof coins, the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints did. These proof coins, with their mirror-like finishes, can be worth significantly more, especially when graded as proof 70 PR70. Collectors often seek to complete a full set of 50 state quarters, making even the more common coins like the 1999 D in higher grades desirable. The 50 state quarters program was more than just a series of coins, it was a cultural phenomenon that brought coin collecting into the mainstream. It introduced a new generation to numismatics and created a lasting legacy that continues to influence coin designs today. The program's success led to subsequent series, such as the America the Beautiful Quarters and the Native American One Coin program, which continued to celebrate the rich history and diversity of the United States. For collectors, the 1999 D quarters represent the beginning of this journey, a set of coins that are not only interesting to collect but also serve as a reminder of the stories and histories that have shaped the United States. If you're looking to start or expand your collection of state quarters, here are a few tips. As always, the condition is key. Look for quarters with strong strikes, full details, and minimal wear. Uncirculated and proof coins are particularly desirable. Many collectors aim to complete a full set of 50 state quarters. This can be a rewarding goal, especially if you focus on acquiring high-grade examples. The value of coins can fluctuate, so staying informed about market trends is essential. Online forums, coin shows, and auctions are great places to connect with other collectors and stay up to date. In conclusion, the 1999 D quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history, a collectible item, and a gateway into the fascinating world of numismatics. Whether you're collecting for fun or investment, this coin and the series it belongs to offers something for everyone. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2001 PUSA quarter dollar, a coin that continues the celebrated 50 state quarters program. This coin represents a special part of American history and showcases the unique identity of the states it commemorates. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this video will give you everything you need to know about the 2001 P quarter dollar. So, let's get started. The 50 State Quarters program, launched in 1999, was a groundbreaking initiative by the United States Mint. Each year, 5 states were honored with a unique quarter design, representing their history, culture, and contributions to the nation. By 2001, the program was in its third year, and the quarters released that year honored New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. The 2001 P quarter dollar comes from the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P Mint mark. These coins were a part of a massive effort to produce state-specific quarters, and their unique designs have made them highly collectible. Let us start by looking at the obverse side of the coin. As with all quarters in the 50 State Quarters program, the obverse features the iconic profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This design, originally created by John Flanagan in 1932, has been slightly modified for the state quarters, with the addition of the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar encircling the design. The obverse also includes the mint mark P for Philadelphia, where this quarter was struck. The year 2001 is prominently displayed below Washington's portrait, reminding us of the coin's place in the estate outline with a line tracing the Hudson River and Erie Canal, symbolizing New York's pivotal role as a gateway for immigrants and a hub of transportation. This quarter honors North Carolina's claim as the site of the first successful flight by the Wright brothers in 1903. The design features their iconic biplane soaring over the state's outline. The smallest state in the Union is represented by a vintage sailboat gliding through Narragansett Bay, celebrating Rhode Island's maritime heritage. Vermont's quarter depicts a rural scene of maple trees and a farmer collecting sap, highlighting the state's famous maple syrup industry. The Kentucky quarter features the stately Federal Hill Mansion, also known as My Old Kentucky Home, along with a thoroughbred racehorse, symbolizing the state's rich traditions of media. Has been producing coins since 1792, and it's known for its high standards and large-scale production. In 2001, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters for each state, ensuring that these coins would be widely available for dollar is generally common. Coin collectors always keep an eye out for special varieties and errors that can across a 2001 P quarter with an error. It's worth getting it examined by a professional grader, as these errors can make your coin particularly valuable. The value of a 2000, for example, a 2001 P quarter in MS65 condition, a high-grade uncirculated coin, can be valued at around 1 to 5, depending on demand. If you're a collector, preserving the condition of your 2001 P quarter dollar is essential. Always handle your coins by the edges to avoid getting fingerprints or oils on the surface. Storing your coins in a protective holder or album will also. For those who are serious about their collections, consider having your coins graded by a professional service. Graded coins are authenticated and sealed in a protective case, which can help maintain their condition and increase their value over time. The 2001 P quarter dollar is more than just another coin in your pocket. It's a piece of American history, a celebration of the diversity and richness of our states, and a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the state quarters offer a unique opportunity. You're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this video will have something for you. Let us get started. To fully appreciate the 2002 D quarter dollar, we need to look at the broader context of the 50 State Quarters program. This program, which began in 1999, was one of the most successful coin initiatives in U.S. history, introducing millions of Americans to the hobby of coin collecting. The idea behind the program was simple but brilliant. Each state would be honored with a unique Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi. The 2002 D quarters, struck at the Denver Mint, are particularly notable for their designs, which capture key elements of each state's heritage and culture. Let us take a closer look at the design and specifications of the 2002 D quarter dollar. Like all quarters from the 50-state quarters program, the obverse features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The state bird, along with the trumpet and musical notes, symbolizing Louisiana's rich